have the semi connections, but their families are not the top tier families. They push the revolution to get ahead of the number ones. PBD, Patrick Brett David, offered the anti-capitalist a fully paid ticket to a communist country of their choice. Fair use.
There is no real incentive of capitalism because the incentive is survival. When you get into communism, the incentive is for the common good.
I love that. I got an offer for you before we move on. If I were to give you your $2,350, which is the cost to renunciate your citizenship, and I paid you your first class, flight to whatever communist country, and $20,000 to spend the money,
communist country.
Would you give up your citizenship to go to that country? Whichever communist country you want to go to.
Yeah,
Cuba, we can give you Venezuela, we give you North Korea, any one of those you want to go to. Choose any one of them. I'll give you one-way ticket, and I'll fund it for you if you want to. Thank you.
Damn.
KaiR, wait. Did she just say that North Korea was not a communist country?
Well, it's the same old topic, RJ. I'll tell you this. I've been reading about this topic, and maybe as a kid, I was reading too much books. I think at the end of the day, that might have made me who I am today. It's the same topic I've seen since I was about 14. What do they always say? People who support this, they always say, when you mention communist countries, they'll say that's not a real communism. Man, let me go back. I think it's here where he says it. Fair use.
And I paid you your first class, flight to whatever communist country, and $20,000 to spend the money.
Communist country.
Would you give up your citizenship
Name
to go
me
to
a
that
communist
country?
country,
Whichever communist country you want to go to.
Cuba,
we can give you
communist
Venezuela,
country.
we give you North Korea.
Cuba, Venezuela,
Those are communist.
North Korea.
What are they then?
They never answer.
Any one of those you want to go to.
Communist countries.
Choose any one.
They never. So they never. Anyway, you have the floor, Raj. You have the floor.
No.
I'll let
Finish
you.
your thought. What don't they ever do?
People who support communism, they all say the same thing. They only look at the theoretical base of communism. Theoretically, that's how it should work. Guess what? In reality,
it doesn't work like that.
It always changes into something else.
Yeah.
It always starts with that theory of, they call it giving back to the workers. But guess what also comes with that type of communism? It centralizes the power structure even more than capitalism. That's
And
why
you create a country where the government has so much power that it can simply decide to increase taxes, to do whatever it wants to. It will become a poor country because companies can't earn profit, so they will leave the country. And what do the companies do? What do the states do then? Either they let them leave, or they say, nope, as of today, these are all state companies. And then they just remove the shareholders. It's just like a hostile takeover. But because they're so aggressive, they need to put money in defense, in the army, because they know that people are out to get to delete them, or to assist them
eventually.
To assist them in fast tracking their trip to the afterlife. And so because they know that, they need to have soldiers, and before you know it, you have a dictatorship.
It always
and the same people you will see they no. And talk to people who come. If you talk to people who escaped communist countries, they'll tell you how bad it is, but they don't. It's like they're segmenting their information.
Scoping mechanism. The thing is, you know what it is with people who believe in this, and if you read a lot, you understand how they compartmentalize all these things. I do think that people who believe that have it bad, or they believe let's say, so there is always a reoccurring theme when it comes to people who support these kind of ideas. Usually these people are semi well, they have attended higher education, and they believe they are owed more than they are getting paid right now. They believe that they should earn more because of whatever thing they have written on a paper. Also, these people tend to be people who choose expertises that don't pay a lot. So, for example, gender studies. There is no market for no gender studies out here. That's why they are creating the market these days. There is that you cannot earn money with those studies, but they believe that because they have a higher education, they should get paid. And guess what? You go towards the philosophy that preaches that everyone earns the same amount, no matter their importance. So if you're a doctor, you spend 20 years in school to learn how to do a surgery correct. You should earn the same amount as the person who is working assembling cars, putting bolts together, because theoretically that's the best way possible. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. The thing as well, and a lot of people don't understand this when it comes to, because they're saying it's not a real communism. Usually in countries where there is a high level of, let's call it socialism / communism, it hinders the development of everything in the market, because there is no incentive to innovate. Look at Soviet Union. With all the power they had, with all the might, all the money, they couldn't innovate for ish. Capitalism tries to innovate, because otherwise, if you cannot innovate, you won't survive. And there's a lot of aspects of this that people overlook. And I think a lot of people also, this is the thing with revolution in general. And this is the skewed view people have of revolutions. Revolutions are never down up, meaning it's not coming from the revolution, how it's usually pushed. It's not by the people organically. It's usually pushed by the second tier of the community, those who are just not good enough to get in power. I'll give you an example. Let's talk about Che Guevara and the big Fidel Castro. Both of them of prominent families. Just above the higher tier.
Just above the higher tier?
Under, my bad.
The
Just
lower tier.
under the higher tier. They're like second level.
Yeah.
It could be first level B. You can call it first
because
level
they have
B,
like the intelligence. They have the intelligence. They have they can lead. They read. So they have these.
They have the semi connections, but their families are not the top tier families. They push the revolution to get ahead of the number ones. And then they rule for a long time. That's how it works. The people I've read so much, it's crazy. If you read about this stuff, you'll realize that a lot of these revolutions, they call it revolutions from and it's also with Iran the same thing. Iran it was the same thing. Iran was before the revolution, before you have the Ayatollahs and all that stuff, it was run by the Shahs. And I think PBD also talks about it, but before PBD started talking about it, I already read about it a lot of times. You'll see that the people who have pushed for the revolution were people that were just falling off the boat. Not the ones working in the boat, but that's how they finesse the people working in the boat. They promise them better living. If you support me, guess what? You'll have a better life. Usually it's not. It gets worse. Name me a communist country that didn't end up having lines for bread.
Yeah.
You have the floor. Been ranting for almost 2 minutes.
No, I think we're done here because guys, let us know. I mean, we can keep talking about it. Let us know if you want us. Yeah, let us know if you want us to tackle this topic more, more in depth in the future. I'll tell you one thing, KaiR. I think I've seen a couple of clips. I started watching it as well, but it's almost like 2 hours or over 2 hours.
Yeah, Jollibee, yeah.
So, but it's I mean, left and right, people they had no KaiR. You need money to pay for things. Where does money come from? Capitalism. You need incentives.